not sure where the sun's gone, Callum. On a Thursday it's quite sunny, but it's rainy today. But obviously it's first a couple of days to the game, Raith Rovers this weekend. Let's go back the way as we usually do. What's your reflections now in the Partick Thistle game?
Yeah, I've watched it back again. Probably I thought something really changed from after the game as well. I thought, there's a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of positive things to take from the game. Biggest disappointment was for us that we were 2-0 up, we didn't see the game out. Albeit whether we can affect that, sometimes outside factors. I think for me, it's the lesson we take from it is when we lose a goal, how to stay composed, how to, make sure we be professional, make sure we try and see the game out, or make sure then we go in the offensive. And probably for 5-10 minutes we kind of staggered, sort of started a little bit, and again obviously conceded the penalty, which isn't really easy because I thought defensively we were quite good. We managed to stop their threats quite well. So yeah, pleased with a lot of things. I think for me, I'd really like to score some really poor goals. At the moment we're scoring a lot of good goals. So I know I'm being critical here, but I'd like to score some tap-ins or some deflected shots or something like that. I think a lot of goals we're scoring are really good just now, which is great. But on the flip side, I'd like to get some ugly goals and hopefully we can get a few more goals in the game.
Good. This weekend it's back to the beginning. Raith Rovers were your first opponents as head coach at Queen's Park. What do you know now that you didn't know back then?
Probably know now where my squad is. I think I was a little bit unknown when I went into the game. Where our strengths were, where our weaknesses were. I've tried to address some of them. Some of them it's one of those a work in progress. I think it's been a lot of positivity since we've been in. I think the players have responded well to the messages we've tried to give them. So again, it's just keeping that, trying to keep it upward spiral. I think you can see, last couple of home games against Hampden, I think we've played well. It's one thing I did notice, we struggled a wee bit, but I thought, we managed to move the ball really quickly. The pitch is great. I think now we're seeing the benefits of playing at Hampden come towards the end of the season, where you see a lot of the pitches are a lot tired. I think Hampden's really good, so I think it's something we've got to utilise between now and the end of the season. So yeah, I've learned a lot. A lot of things still learning, a lot of moving parts. But again, these things are challenges. Some are good, some are bad. But again, that's just a football club.
I suppose the Championship as a league, you can't really believe in it, can you?
No, you can't at all. I think obviously our form's been good, and we're still, you're right at the bottom. I know we're sixth, I think, at the moment, but we're still right at the bottom in my eyes. So it's making sure we just try and win as many games as you can. What I've really noticed from the Championship, even I went to watch Raith Partick. I think either team could have won it. Raith get the goal, the header from a set play, going to win the game. So I think any team can beat anyone on their day. We just need to make sure we have more good days than bad days.
One thing about Raith, there was a defender that scored the goal during the week. They have a good array of forwards as well, so you can't switch off at all.
No, I've got a lot of quality. That's where probably they are. They've got a lot of quality wide areas. Obviously signed Zach from Dundee, so they've got a lot of options going forward. Again, it's always the same. There's always strength and weaknesses to every team, and we need to make sure we nullify their strengths as much as we can, and can we expose the weaknesses we think we can get at them and where we can hurt them. So I think every team does that, and we probably spend the majority of our time probably on our own sort of play, and then we obviously work as well. We work hard, but not probably quite as long on another team.
Taking all that, what we've said there, do you mix things up this weekend, or how do you go about it?
Yes, it's an interesting one. I think I've always used my squad. I think unfortunately Ben came off injured. We're quite to see this injury, so he's returned to Celtic. So the likelihood we'll probably see Ben between now and the season is unlikely. So again, we just need to make sure we have players ready. The good thing is I've got Zach there. I've got Lee Longridge. I've got a couple of really good young lads playing as well. So they'll be obviously champing a bit to get a chance. So I've got hungry people behind it. That's the unfortunate thing in football. Unfortunate. I think you get injuries, but then that's why these games, the reserve games we play, training is so important for these players, because when you get a chance, you've got to take it, and hoping that I've got a few guys who are eager to step in and try and perform really well. I think Ben's obviously been a good performer for Queen's Park this season, and he'll be a big miss, but I'm sure there's players behind him wanting to get that chance.
Okay. Thanks for that, Callum. You won the first game, hopefully you win this one.
Thank you.